Hi, I'm Angelo Scippa. I'm a builder. I've been building residential homes for 10 years. I do believe in ADUs. I believe that it is a necessary and useful tool to help the rising home costs, to help alleviate some of the stress of first-time buyers or older population trying to downsize, and then maybe also help out their children to maybe move into a smaller additional dwelling unit while a new growing family moves into the larger home. It could also help alleviate the costs of having a new home or even an older home that you're moving into. With the prices of homes now, it can help give added income to a dwelling unit that could help make payments to your residents. If someone's interested in building an ADU, you can call us and we can walk you through the entire process. First and foremost, probably one of the trickiest steps would be the infrastructure and feasibility of putting an ADU on your property. Obviously, by right, all homeowners have the right to an additional dwelling unit. It's just being able to figure out if it would be feasible from an engineering standpoint. Yeah, utilities, water and sewer, and placement on the site. Over the past 10 years, we've made relationships with many different civil engineers that would deal with the utility side of placing the house on the lot, that it could work from a water and sewer standpoint. We also have many other professionals in the architect realm that will be able to design an additional dwelling unit. And that would be kind of some of the primary steps to figuring out if it is a feasible process. From a design standpoint, it would ultimately be, again, with the square footage allowed, whether you could do a 2-story unit, single level living, just from what fits, or one level with a basement, or a garage with living space above, any of those. And also there's the other avenue of doing an additional dwelling unit that is connected to your existing home. An ADU, as it's smaller in nature, should take a shorter amount of time. Obviously, there are many different factors that go along, but ultimately, shovels in the ground when building, after all the design and permitting is done, an ADU could take anywhere from 2 to 4 months, most likely. Construction can be weather dependent, but we have many systems in place to still continue through weather. Weather can cause day delays, not months, so it's just working with it. The permitting process will vary town by town. That can be one of the trickier things because you're dependent on the municipality. So permitting after design and engineering should and would take anywhere between 1 to 3 months, depending on design and all drawings and permitting. We try to move through those things as quick as possible, but at times there can be other factors that slow that process down. The survey, design, and engineering process, again, is fairly similar, where it can take as little or as much time depending on how much we are looking to design. And then these are smaller units and are pretty easily designed, but from an engineering, again, that should take 2 to 4 weeks depending on scheduling of what you can get. I think that our team would be a good choice to help you in your ADU design and build process, because at many different levels we have obviously a good team that can help walk you through design and coordinate your needs with, again, engineers and architects. And then from the build side, there's easy communication to work through a seamless build to get you what you want at a price that you're looking to spend. And at the end, you'll be happy with the product that we deliver. In any construction process, obviously, there are some fluctuations. Again, most of those present themselves depending on what a buyer prefers, but we try to be as upfront and present a buyer with certain levels of what they can get. And that way they know there's higher and lower end options available to them, and they can choose from that depending on cost and quality. In this nature of a build, there really aren't too many surprises on a new construction on what you have. Obviously, of some fluctuations in pricing, but this process isn't long, so you're not as exposed to that. But again, it's not there won't be any real surprises. It's some things cost more and some things cost less, but not too much fluctuation. Once we determine the feasibility of the ADU, again, as long as we finalize our design process, everything should be pretty straightforward and follow along scheduling and budget from that point.